Well, good morning, guys. It is Saturday, and do you know what Saturdays are? I think I always tell you this. It doesn't mean anything, actually, because I work for myself, so Saturdays, just another work day. But today I woke up, and there's a little bit of snow on the ground. I had just cleaned the driveway the other day. It looked just like that spot there where the truck left. And then it snowed again. So the problem is that my gutters and everything are right above my sidewalk. So the snow just slides right off my metal roof and there's piles right there on the sidewalk. So today's first job is going to be getting the snow off of the sidewalk, and then probably gonna get the snow off of my old truck there. I got an old 76 F-150 I bought for really cheap on Marketplace, and I got it running. I'll tell you more about it in a minute, but I need to clean it off too, because I like to stick it in the garage because I need to work on it, because this is like a whole circle of life here. Because my blue truck, the one over there in the yard, it is a Power Stroke diesel, and it has had some problems with running lately, like not running at all. So I need to get it into the garage as well, but I can't get it in here without it running. And so if I get the old truck running, I can push the new truck in here if I have to. But then also I might be driving the old truck for fun while I get the new truck put back together. So anyways, no further ado, let's get a snow shovel and start cleaning all that snow off of the sidewalk and get started with our day and get something done. So I haven't had this truck very long, but with that said, I don't know what works and doesn't work, like the heater. So I'm gonna try to get started here soon. I'm gonna have to probably jump it, even though it's got a new battery in it. It's cold outside, and I'll probably have to crank it for a bit to get the fuel pressure to build up with the manual fuel pump. But probably do a little more cleaning, get the little stuff off, and then put some gas down that carburetor and crank her over and see if we can get a nice 3390 V8 to fire up. So next step, put fuel in the carburetor. Okay, before I open the hood and all that stuff, let's see how much battery juice we actually have. Wait for it. And not very much, but we'll give her a shot. So if you're not familiar with what I'm doing right now, this is an old truck. So it's got this thing on the top of the engine called a carburetor. And what it does is it kind of helps you mix the fuel and air and put it into your engine. That way, I don't know where to put this baby. Okay. Stay. Move you a little bit. You're in the way. Get out of the way. Okay. If you put the fuel, this is chaos. Okay, if fuel goes in here and then it separates it into each cylinder. I'm not a crazy mechanic, but I can get it running. So, get some gas and pour it down the carburetor. on new cars you have electric fuel pumps and such, and that builds pressure electronically, and then you don't have to worry about all this. But with this, old trucks, the gas in the line goes back down into the tank, and then you gotta prime it and stuff after it hasn't been running for a while. So I'll leave you right here where I crank, because you might get a little fireball right there to enjoy. So be right back. Before I get anywhere, but put a little bit more gas in there just for safe kicks and giggles. If not, we'll have to come jump it. If you put too much in there, you'll flood it and it won't be able to run. But by the time I get the jumper cables over here, it'll probably be all good to go anyways. Jumper cable time. Not quite enough left in that battery to get her cranked over, especially since we're priming up the fuel. So we'll get some battery on it, get her cranking. Okay, slight change of plans. I walked inside and talked to my wife. I was like, hey, where's your keys at, basically? Except for I didn't ask her because I knew where they were. And I went and got the keys to get her car so I could jump start this truck. And then we decided to go Chick-fil-A. So, you know, priorities. So we're headed to Chick-fil-A and get probably a Cobb salad for myself. And who knows what else. We got a free chicken sandwich there on my email, so that's exciting. So I'm gonna put this air cleaner back on the truck here. That way it doesn't get water in it somehow. And that would make it extra hard to start. So we'll worry about the bolt later. Put this down. My battery, I have a battery charger, but it's at the duplex that I'm remodeling in the town north of us. So I can't charge it while I'm gone, which is unfortunate, but it's a problem with having too many places, I guess. So now that we've got that closed up, I can start the wife's car to get it warmed up. That way all the snow on it will melt off, hopefully. It's kind of like a rainy, snowy day today, so it's all falling off anyways. But anyways, get the car started and then head to Chick-fil-A. Also, I forgot to mention, as I'm cleaning the snow off the car, that we're also going to look at buying myself a new truck while I'm gone. Will I actually buy a new truck? Probably not, no. Too expensive. I don't like payments. But it is fun to look, and it is Saturday. So we will do that. Maybe, just maybe, there'll be a perfect truck for me out there at a car lot. And I just won't be able to resist it. And I'll somehow magically come up with the money and buy it. But we will see. If I find one that I like, maybe I'll show it to you. And then all my sponsors that I have, my millions of subscribers, I'll be able to afford it. Anyways, we're getting close on the subscriber, on the story of the subscribers. We're at 3,712. We've been there for the last couple days, but I am really excited to get to 4,000. And in the future, if I keep making these videos somewhat promptly, then maybe, just maybe, I'll have 1 million subscribers one day. That would be pretty cool. We'll see. But anywho, get the snow off of this old car and we'll get going. Get ourselves a chicken sandwich or Cobb salad. So anyways, back on the road we go. Well, it's like a 40-minute drive to Chick-fil-A from us, but we have made it. Check it out. I'll get some, go get some food, maybe some sweet tea. Okay, well, I got a Cobb salad, and it looks kind of funny with the forward-facing camera, but it tastes yummy. And then my wife is having chicken nuggets. She ordered chicken strips. She got chicken nuggets. So I'm excited because I got my tea and my Cobb salad. So can't get better than that. So, and we found a parking spot, which was great. Now we're at the dealership, and I want this one. Super basic, but that's all I need. But I also don't need a $900 payment every month, so that's that. So anyways, Chick-fil-A was good. We are headed home after we look at some more of these trucks. Well, we've made it back. I've got the jumper cables hooked up to my wife's car because that's the only running vehicle right now. And I'm gonna pour some gas in the carburetor again. There we go. Now let's go see if we can make it crank. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, keys. Put you up here so you can see how the process goes. Okay, bear with me. Okay, key in the ignition. Give it a few little pumps there. Almost. On these old vehicles, you got to get the combination just right. Pumping the fuel pedal, but not too much, because then it floods. Oh, it wants to though. This doesn't have fuel in it. Okay, let's put some more fuel in it. Here we go, more fuel in it. Oh, it wants to. Come on, pump up. Oh, she's alive. Got enough fuel in there to drown a whale, but she doesn't sound flooded, so, or smell flooded, I should say. Come on, baby. Come on! You've lived before. Backfire, okay. Timing's a little bit off, probably. Backfire. Let that recharge. I'll get right back with you when it's running or not. Okay, so I kind of given up on the truck. I kept feeding it fuel and it wanted to run. Tried to change the timing a little bit on the distributor. Just couldn't get it. Snow just fell off the roof and clogged up the walkway again. It's the 4th time today. But anyways, so I'm gonna put pause on the truck because I don't want to burn the starter up. Mostly because, where did I put that thing at? The starter is underneath the header, and then you have to jack up the engine to get the header moved. It's just a pain. So I don't want to burn up the starter, and I don't need the truck right now. So we're gonna work with that. So anyways, I'm gonna go inside and do some mudding. So I was going to go straight to mudding, but since today is filled with randomness, we went to a Christmas party at some friend's house this evening. So I am back, and it is 8:26 p.m. But I wanted to do one more coat of mud on a few items here in the kitchen. That needs cleaned out. That way, let's get further along. As you can see, there's been a coat of mud or two done on most of the places around. Now, I'm not a professional mudder, but it's getting there. So the next thing I need to do is sand it. But before I do, I need to fill up some of the corners. So on a corner, you got the corner bead itself. And then usually it's proud. Let me turn you around here. Usually it sticks up proud of the wall a bit. So if you, I'm gonna get this on camera, but this right here is gonna stick out more than this right here. So it's kind of a swoop coming like this. So you need to fill up this area here to where it transitions smoothly from that corner over. So I'm gonna do this corner tonight, just from here to here, and then from there to there, and maybe a few other spots. Like that, we are finished for the night. It's been a random day for sure, but we got that corner all mudded. We might do one more coat because from here, I like to fade it from here to like here, because it's still gonna have a slight swoop to it, but it looks nice and sharp. And then I had some extra mud, so I did a little bit of fill in up here. Also having that swoop up here that you want to flatten out, so working on that. And then in the hallway here, let me get the light turned on. There's this section of wall I added. You can tell from here to here is new wall. I added it so I can add a light switch in here because this is all ducting in here. And so we need to add a light switch that controls the kitchen and then the light for the laundry room over there. And so we did that, but there was a slight bump in the wall where it was meeting up. And so I'm trying to feather that out as well so it's nice and straight. So the next step is to come in here and sand it all with a sander. I've got like a nice pole sander that's attached to a vacuum, and you can just vacuum as you vacuums the dust out of the air. It doesn't get everything, but it's a lot nicer. So eventually we'll probably pull everything out of its place, move everything out of the living room, and then just sand that area and then texture it and paint it. It'll look so much better. So I don't know if I've shared with you, but we got a new window stuck in here, which is nice. It uses this to be plywood, so it's nice to be able to see out in the yard. It adds a lot more light down here, and we like it a lot. So all we got left to do is to trim out the window, which will be easy, but we're gonna texture first, of course. And then once we get the texturing painting done, we can hang the upper cabinets, which will be nice because then we can get rid of additional shelving like that over there, and then we can put the doors in. It's really close to being finished. But anywho, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching, because this was a very mosh pause, maybe somewhat boring, somewhat entertaining video. So anyways, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Have a good one. God bless.
He's so cute. Get him, Cuppa, get him.